Short exercise 14-4, pricing bonds. Requirement 1. We're going to compute the price of the following 8% bonds of Allied Telecom. These are separate scenarios. So what's happening is Allied Telecom is issuing $500,000 worth of bonds. So we know the maturity value of each bond is 1,000, so that means they are issuing 500 bonds. And in this scenario, they get a price of 75.5. What that means is people were willing to pay only 75.5% of the maturity value. So to calculate this, what we're going to do, we take the face value, 500,000, times the issue price of 75.5%. When you convert that percentage to a decimal, it's the same as 0.755. Multiply that out and you get 377,500. Okay. Scenario B, the price of the $500,000 bonds are issued or sold at 102.75%. So multiply 500,000 times 102.75. You convert that to a decimal, it's the same as saying 500,000 times 1.0275 gives you 513,750. Scenario C, the price of the $500,000 bonds that were issued is 96.5. That means people pay 96.5% of the maturity value. And since we are the company doing the issuance, we going to issue all of them at once. We don't do the journal transactions per bond. We do them for the lump sum of bonds that we sold. So C, we've got 500,000 times 96.5%, which is 0.965, gives us 482,500. And then scenario D, the $500,000 worth of bonds is sold at 102.5. So we have to calculate how much cash did the company get, did Allied Telecom get when they sold these bonds? Well, to figure out how much cash they get or they receive, it's 500,000 times the 102.5%, which is the same as 1.025. So that means Allied Telecom, in this scenario, they received $512,500 from the bondholders. So in these scenarios, we're just seeing if you understand how to interpret the bond prices. So bond prices are listed as a percentage of par. So these prices are actually a percent. So this is 75.5%. And then, so in these scenarios, the scenario D is the scenario where the company received the most money, 512,500. Oh, excuse me, I was wrong. Scenario B, they got the most money. Okay, which bond of these different bonds, which one will Allied Telecom have to pay the most to retire the bond at maturity? So remember, at maturity, each bond is paid $1,000, no matter what the price was that the person paid. So this is kind of a trick question. Allied Telecom will pay the maturity value, $500,000 at maturity for all 4 of these different bonds. The bonds all have the same maturity value.